But you're looking remarkably well since your stay with us in this country. Do you have any problems of diet at all?
In this country, you mean?
Yes.
Well, now, first of all, by the way, I brought my wife from Missily, and she does a fine cookie for a similar to your Yorkshire pud.
Oh, yes.
But unfortunately, the first one was so flat I didn't know whether to stick it or postage stamp in post or eat it.
What caused this, do you think?
Well, I think it was too much of a roll it in with a fork beat it. You know, roll it in with a fork because you churf it up in a base load.
The actual ingredients, were they the same as you have in Missily?
They're very much the same, except we use a small distillery of salt wort. Distillery of salt wort before we churf it up in our deep green of basil, you know.
And how about your very favourite dish? Are you able to have that in London? Or?
No, on account of the short life of the clobbers. Now, clobbers is that which in a meringue you fit it across the top of a pie meringue, you see. Now, if you transit by plane or by ship type of shiver, you know, they don't keep. Rather like the mangold from Africa.
And there's nothing here like cloppers?
No, cloppers, the nearest is, what's that green plum that you have? Not the Victoria, but there's the other plum, type of green plum, copple plum, I suppose you call it, which we use. You have to de-stone, put them all together in serried rows of that, beat a meringue, which is the albumoddy of an egg, if you know.
Yes.
Churf these all up to a consistency and set your stove to number through. And then the heat risey huff and causes a fine flame on the top.
You're fond of fruit, are you?
Oh, fruit?
Yes.
Oh, yes, fine. We walk out every time at half-past through when the Malami goes for and pluck a straight new off the tree.
Is this here, you mean, or in Missily?
Oh, no, Missily.
Yes,
Missily.
you don't do it here?
We can't do it here. All I've managed to find out here is a bilberry, a loganberry, which I think... Loganberry, do you know?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
And blackberry, which, of course, carry their small fungicide. You catch them early enough. And, of course, there is the hybrid sort of blackberry flayed, which is for making wine, too.
Yes. How about the English habit of drinking tea? Have you succumbed to that?
Yes, I have. My wife's not too keen at the mode, but what we do is set our kettle boilie, you know, until it just before that boil load. I watched somebody on your televiz do this, and then we churf quickly 1, 2, 3 and spoon straight in.
Yes.
Well, you say 1 for the pogger.
Yes.
You?
Yes.
Oh, we have 2 for the pogger, which means there's a dividing most between the 2 people, or 3 if drink it.
Yes. What about other types of beverages, perhaps a little more interesting?
Oh, well, we have the Evervessie wine. Evervessie wine.
This is in Missily.
Yeah, would you like me to spell it?
Yes.
Yeah, Effervessie wine.
Oh, yes.
And that's a Metzoff in terms, I know, but it sometimes makes things clearer.
Do you find anything here comparable?
No, except the nearest approach it we found was an ordinary suburban family who cut it, sliced it in half those lumps of turnip and sprinkled with a little yeasting. Yeasting, I think, is that the bakers obtain for about 3 seps a power.
You are managing to get along quite well, then, with an English diet?
Yes, occasional burp load between, but we take the little powders, which... you know, it's a small noise away.
Yes.
Pleasant.
Yes. Well, I think you've become very adaptable indeed.
A lovely climb.